This is your wake-up call.
Good morning, friends. It's time to wipe the sleepy dust from your eyes. Rise and shine.
Good morning.
Up and at 'em.
Wake up!
Dweck's Morning Show is proud to begin its broadcast day.
Let's go!
Greetings, red-blooded, verified Earth people, and those with no check mark. It's me, the always dapper podcast rapper, the joy boy with the joy toy, the daddy-o on the patio. Hey, it's me, Zach the Whack, your part-time podcasting pronounsticator and full-time weenie head. Good morning, fellow wackadoodles, and welcome to the one and only No Baloney, extra large and turbocharged, the Whack in the Morning Show, live from the Studio H, way down deep under the street, right next door to the gas floor, at an undisclosed location. Good morning, happy Monday to you. Hope you had another great weekend. Back to the grind.
Do you love pancakes? Do you love syrup? Do you wish you could enjoy both without spending a fortune on real maple syrup? Then you need to try Ain't Ya Mama Imitation Boiled Tree Sap, the new product that combines the cheapness of corn syrup with the naturalness of tree sap. Ain't Ya Mama Imitation Boiled Tree Sap is made with real corn syrup, the versatile and affordable sweetener that has been satisfying Americans since 1902. It's also made with real tree sap, the sticky and watery liquid that flows from any kind of tree. It doesn't matter if it's maple, pine, oak, or birch. As long as it's a tree, we'll boil it down and add it to our syrup. Ain't Ya Mama Imitation Boiled Tree Sap is easy to use. Just pour it over your pancakes, waffles, or French toast, and enjoy the sweet and slightly woody taste. It goes great with butter, bacon, eggs, or even sausage. Ain't Ya Mama Imitation Boiled Tree Sap is the ultimate budget action syrup, and it's only available for a limited time. So don't miss your chance to try this amazing concoction. Ain't Ya Mama Imitation Boiled Tree Sap, the syrup that makes you say wow.
Happy birthday!
Good morning, it's Monday, July 1st, 2024. Let's take a look at the birthday list as usual. Storm Reed from 12 Years a Slave and A Wrinkle in Time turns 21. Chloe Bailey of Chloe X Haley is 26. Rainy Rodriguez from the Paul Blart movies is 31. Formula One driver Daniel Ricciardo is 35. Léa Seydoux from No Time to Die and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol turns 39. Liv Tyler from 911 Lone Star and Armageddon turns 47. Melissa Peterman from Reba is 53. Rapper Missy Elliott is 53 as well. Pamela Anderson turns 57. Alan Ruck from Spin City and Ferris Bueller's Day Off is 68. Dan Aykroyd turns 77. Debbie Harry of Blondie is 79. Dancer Twyla Tharp is 83. And Jamie Farr from MASH turns 90 years young today. And then born on this day, Princess Diana. Born in 1961. She passed in 1997. And Andre Braugher from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Homicide, he would have been 62. And people that passed away on this day, Michael Landon back in 1991, Wolfman Jack in 1995, Margot Hemingway passed in 1996, Walter Matthau passed in 2000, Marlon Brando in 2004, Luther Vandross passed in 2005, and MLB Angels player Tyler Skaggs died in 2019. And special events for today. July is Cell Phone Courtesy Month. It's Family Reunion Month. It's Fireworks Safety Month. It's National Baked Bean Month. It's National Bison Month. It's National Blueberries Month. National Culinary Arts Month. National Doghouse Repairs Month. National Grilling Month. National Horseradish Month. National Hot Dog Month. National Ice Cream Month. National Purposeful Parenting Month. National Recreation and Parks Month. National Water Gardening Month. Roots and Branches Month, Smart Irrigation Month, and it's Social Awareness Month. Woo! Today is Canada Day. It's American Zoo Day. It's International Chicken Wing Day. I'm on that one. It's International Joke Day, International Reggae Day. It's Creative Ice Cream Flavor Day. How about that Fruit Loops and mustard ice cream, huh? It's Financial Freedom Day. It's Ginger Snap Day. It's Postal Workers Day. It's U.S. Postage Stamp Day. It's Zip Code Day. And it is International Joke Day.
This portion of summer is brought to you by Over Air Conditioned Buildings. So you go from 100 degrees into like 35 and wonder why you have a summer cold. Happy summer.
Happen on this day as if you care.
Taking a look at this day in history. Back in 1910, Duncan Black and Alonzo Decker opened a machine shop in downtown Baltimore making milk bottle cap machines. 6 years later, they hit it big with the first portable electric drill. Put those two together and you have Black & Decker. In 1916, Coca-Cola adopted its distinctive contour bottle to set itself apart from its competitors. In 1963, zip codes were introduced in the United States. In 1979, Sony introduced the Walkman. It sold for $200. And in 1980, O Canada officially became the national anthem of Canada. In 1984, the PG-13 rating was introduced by the Motion Picture Association of America. In 2018, LeBron James agreed to a 4-year, $154 million deal with the LA Lakers, moving on from the Cleveland Cavaliers. In 2021, Britain's Princes William and Harry unveiled a statue of their mother, Princess Diana, on what would have been her 60th birthday. And movies released on this day: Big Trouble in Little China, released in 1986. A League of Their Own and Boomerang came out in 1992. Baby's Day Out, released in 1994. Armageddon in 1998. Magic Mike XXL in 2015. The Purge Election Year came out in 2016. And Minions, released on this day in 2022.
Prosecutors in California have filed charges against 2 Romanian nationals accused of posing as customs agents to rob people in Anaheim. Criminals should know better. I mean, come on, really? The only robbery allowed in Anaheim is at Disneyland. On this date in 1941, WNBT TV in New York City ran the first television commercial advertising the Bulova Watch Company. Yeah, the first TV commercial was for Bulova watches because MyPillow hadn't been invented yet. And yesterday, back in 2016, the IKEA Museum opened in the former first IKEA store in Sweden. It would have opened sooner, but it took them forever to put the place together. Elton John is auctioning off hundreds of items from his personal wardrobe for charity. He put his clothing up on eBay with bids starting at $26. Items up for grabs include Gucci jackets, Versace robes, hats, and more. Keep in mind, you must love glitter. Will Smith will perform a new song at the BET Awards. Apparently the beat is so good you can slap along to it. Trump says if you give money to rich people, they will hire poor people to work in their stores. Biden says give money to poor people and they'll spend it in rich people's stores. I say give me money and I'll spend it on cars and girls. Fast fashion brand Pretty Little Things is facing criticism from customers who have had their accounts with the company deactivated because of the number of times they have returned their purchases. It's the same reason they stopped selling boomerangs to Australians. During the presidential debate on Thursday night, Joe Biden lost his train of thought. There were no survivors. The presidential debate will go down as Mylanta in Atlanta. Actress Tori Spelling revealed on her podcast that she got breast implants at a sketchy strip mall doctor when she was 19 years old. Hey, it's Los Angeles. She should just be glad the doctor was in a strip mall and not a strip club. A 400-million-year-old species has returned to the Oregon Zoo. 25 Pacific lamprey moved this week. The ancient fish predates dinosaurs and even trees, kind of like our presidential candidates. The famous pair of blue suede shoes worn by Elvis Presley is going up for auction. The shoes are expected to bring in about $150,000. For shoes that expensive, they better have Michael Jordan's name on them. The man known as the worst boyfriend in Manhattan was sentenced to prison for stealing nearly $2 million from 5 women in romance scams. Yeah, this guy stole millions of dollars from single women. Meanwhile, I have trouble stealing a kiss. The Will Smith, Martin Lawrence film Bad Boys, Ride or Die has grossed over $220 million at the box office. Movie producers call it an action movie, but we all know it's just a cheap slapstick comedy. The film Bad Boys, Ride or Die reunites Will Smith with buddy Martin Lawrence. Most importantly, it reunites Martin Lawrence with employment. Michael Vick is now 44. He threw a party, but it was rightly intercepted by the Chicago Bears. McDonald's test of its new McPlant burger was a failure. Yeah, no one who ate them got a fat belly. Complaints about electric vehicles are multiplying. I have a Gen Z neighbor who tried to kill herself by sitting in the garage with her electric car running. At Euro Cup in Germany, Romanians, Poles, Albanians, Portuguese, Turks, and Slovakians got into a huge street brawl. Police say they'll be rounded up and deported back to the U.S. Police in Japan have sent papers to prosecutors concerning a woman under suspicion of violating the Road Traffic Act for allegedly riding an electric suitcase on a sidewalk without a license. The police say this is the first time someone has been identified for an alleged traffic offense involving such rideable luggage in Japan. They accused the woman in her 30s of using the electric suitcase on a sidewalk in Osaka City, Western Japan, in March this year without a license. Electric suitcases can move at a maximum of 13 kilometers per hour and are legally in the same category as small motorcycles. Weird. So they're not allowed on public roads in Japan as they do not meet the standards for brakes and blinkers set by Road Transport Vehicle Act. The woman is reportedly denying the charges, saying during voluntary questioning that she was not aware that the suitcase is a vehicle that requires a driver's license. According to a report in a medical journal, green tea drinkers may be preventing cancer every time they have a cup. Unfortunately, it still has a long way to go to become a popular treatment, according to the journal of the stuff that's good for you but tastes really bad even with sugar. This July 4th, it's shaping up to be a really hot one across much of the U.S. In fact, it's going to be so hot that the reenactment of the Boston Tea Party is going to be the Boston Iced Tea Party.
Mondays suck. Listener discretion is strongly advised.
It's always a pleasant surprise when you're on Google Maps.
Whoa, this girl is flashing her boobies. Nice.
Well, introducing Booble Maps, the app that notifies you of all the booby flashers in your area.
Man, Booble Maps is great. It pushes notifications to my phone whenever...
There's a woman flashing her boobies in front of City Hall.
Nice, I'm gonna check those out.
You'll love Booble Maps.
Hey, honey, now that the kids are in bed, what do you say we,
Ooh, that sounds nice.
There's a woman flashing her boobies in front of the CVS pharmacy on 3rd Street.
Sorry, honey, I gotta see these.
Booble Maps. Download it today.
Researchers say that heart strain brought on by extreme exercise doesn't cause permanent injury. I'm sure that will all come as good news to all the people who've dropped dead. The average age of our cars and trucks is now 12 and a half years old. Enjoy the time you spend with them now, because once they become teenagers, they won't want to have anything to do with you. According to a study, people who are feeling negatively about themselves don't want you to cheer them up. They want you to agree with them and that the things in their lives are bad. Dude, you were so right. You never should have seen that new Mark Wahlberg movie. A giant sinkhole opened up on a soccer field in Illinois. That's one way to keep your opponents from scoring. The first of 2 presidential debates were last week. Yeah, they were pretty boring. I wish a giant sinkhole would have opened up under the stage. A study sheds light on how memories endure over time. Researchers have identified a crucial element in the brain that acts as memory glue. Yeah, with my brain, I could use memory Gorilla Glue. Hot dog eating champ Joey Chestnut heads to Texas for July 4th. Competitive eating champion Joey Chestnut won't compete in Nathan's annual 4th of July contest due to a contract dispute. However, he will face off against soldiers at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas on Independence Day. Chestnut was banned from the Nathan's event after signing a deal with Impossible Foods. He expressed disappointment on social media, but eagerly accepted Fort Bliss's invitation to join their celebration. This marks Chestnut's first year not competing in New York. Chestnut's absence opens the door for new competitors at Nathan's event, where he holds a remarkable record of 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Additionally, he will challenge former rival Takeru Kobayashi in a future event streaming on Netflix. Impossible Foods develops plant-based substitute for meat products. I tell you what, I'm not going to watch the Nathan's hot dog contest until he's invited back.
Ready for a museum experience unlike any other? Then come to Madame Tussauds Melted Wax Museum, where we have hundreds of wax figures that have been melted by the summer heat.
And if you look to your right, you'll see one of our favorite U.S. presidents.
Is that George Washington?
I think that's Thomas Jefferson.
That glob is Thomas Jefferson?
No, wait, I think it's Mickey Mantle.
You'll love how the Melted Wax Museum keeps you guessing.
And what's that glob?
Either John Goodman or Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, cool, I guess.
Madame Tussauds Melted Wax Museum.
And over here is a wax figure of child star Macaulay Culkin. And
I think this is just a candle.
Ah, right, sorry.
See you soon.
Are you constantly glued to your phone screen? The tech support claims to have found a life-changing solution to curb this addictive habit. According to Gallup poll, 72% of smartphone users check their device every hour, often without even realizing it. The culprits behind this behavior? Notifications in vibrant colors. James Hobland from The Atlantic suggests a simple fix, turning your phone into grayscale mode. By removing vibrant colors, the allure of the screen diminishes, helping reduce the urge to constantly check for notifications. A Texas security guard quit his job live on air after his manager scolded him for speaking in uniform about being assaulted on duty. Percy Payne was interviewed by Fox 7 Austin about an incident at the parking garage he protects where he claims he had been assaulted by two men attempting to steal his car. During the interview, his manager interrupted, leading to an argument about company policy. Payne abruptly quit, turning in his uniform and finishing the interview in street clothes. He expressed frustration with both the assault and the police response to the incident.
Ready to give your child the education they really want? Then try unschooling your child at the Who Cares Learning Center.
My little Timmy hates school, right, buddy?
School stinks.
So the Who Cares Learning Center lets him learn the way he wants to.
They sure do, because who cares?
Your child will love the Who Cares Learning Center.
All right, Timmy, what's 2 times 4?
Who cares?
Very good. A+++++.
The Who Cares Learning Center.
Hey, Timmy, what'd you learn today?
Absolutely nothing, because who cares?
I sure don't, Timmy.
Enroll your child today.
A massive sinkhole has stunned residents in Alton, Illinois, after it devoured part of a soccer field built above an active limestone mine. The sinkhole, estimated to be at least 100 feet wide and up to 50 feet deep, opened up in the middle of Gordon Moore Park, where children often play soccer games. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. Authorities revealed that the sinkhole resulted from surface substance at the underground mine owned by New Frontier Materials. The affected area has been cordoned off to ensure safety while experts assess the situation. Engineers and geologists are expected to determine the stability of the ground and surrounding areas to prevent any further incidents. A new mirrored monolith has popped up in northern Colorado, marking the second one found this month. The 8-foot-high metal structure was stumbled upon in a Bellevue, Colorado field and quickly gained attention after images hit Reddit. Landowner Lori Graves has been fielding questions about the mysterious piece, but remains in the dark about its origins.
I was hearing that there was an alien monolith on the hill, and where did it come from, and a whole bunch of questions, and I didn't know. I had to go outside and look for myself. I mean, I don't know what aliens drive these days, whether they flew it in, whether it was, I mean, it could be, we've run the gamut of, it could be some local artist, it could be a bunch of kids, but that took some work and some planning. You don't build one of those overnight.
The discovery closely follows a similar monolith found near Las Vegas, where authorities later removed it to prevent escalating risks. The Colorado monolith is distinctively four-sided, setting it apart from its three-sided Nevada counterpart. Since 2020, the structures have appeared at various spots worldwide. A Texas high school football coach has found himself in hot water after refusing to give his players extra water breaks during record-breaking heat. In a controversial social media post, the coach mocked concerns from parents about player safety and hydration, dismissing the need for frequent breaks as a woke ideology. The coach's post claimed that no one has ever died from the heat and that practicing without water breaks helps build character and toughness. Okay. What a fucktard. Heat-related deaths in the United States vary annually, but number around 1,300 each year. So this coach is an idiot.
This is Sean Connery from above. I'm shitting on my toilet, sipping my morning coffee, listening to Zadawak on his fucking podcast.
Elon Musk has faced backlash for his criticism over Mackenzie Scott's philanthropic efforts. In a now-deleted post on Twitter, Musk disparaged Scott, the ex-wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, for his significant charitable donations. Scott has donated approximately $16.5 billion to various causes, particularly those focused on race and gender equality. Musk's criticism was sparked by a report highlighting Scott's donation to social causes. He responded to a post by an alt-right account stating super rich ex-wives who hate their former spouses should be listed among reasons that Western civilization died. The comment reflects Musk's broader disdain for diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, which he has previously labeled as another word for racism. Cats may rule the internet, but spiders dominate our nightmares. In a Charles University study, researchers showed volunteers 25 different animal images to gauge their fear and disgust. Spiders were the clear winner. Cats were at the extreme opposite end of the scale. A new issue for America's national parks is intense heat, reducing the ability to carry out rescue operations and air ambulances in some of the most remote places in the country. While millions will visit national parks, extreme heat will pose a serious threat, and statistically, you're going to have to respond to people who have health incidents in hard-to-reach places. For example, Death Valley, when temperatures go higher than 120 degrees Fahrenheit, as they historically have, but now very often do, you simply can't get an ambulance helicopter off the ground safely, as the air is too hot and too thin to get the desired lift. This means sending rescuers by ground where they would face the same conditions that made a person seriously ill in the first place. A recent study has put the spotlight on 7 stars in our galaxy that could potentially host advanced alien megastructures known as Dyson spheres. These hypothetical structures, first theorized by physicist Freeman Dyson in 1960, are colossal constructions that intelligent alien societies might build around stars to harness solar energy. While the idea of these megastructures is fascinating, scientists caution that more evidence is needed to confirm their presence around these stars. 2 Ohio men experienced the harsh consequences of cheating in a professional fishing tournament back in 2022. Jacob Runyon and Chase Kaminsky were initially hailed as winners of the competition until suspicions arose about the unusual heavy fish they had caught. Upon inspection, authorities found hidden weights and fish fillets inside the fish they submitted. The repercussions were severe for the dishonest duo. They faced charges of cheating, attempted grand theft, and possessing criminal tools, all classified as felonies. Additionally, they were charged with unlawful ownership of wild animals, a misdemeanor offense. After accepting a plea deal, Runyon and Kaminsky served 10 days in jail, received a 1.5 years probation, and had their fishing licenses suspended for 3 years. The $130,000 boat, a 2022 Ranger Pro FS 622 with a 400 horsepower Mercury Verado engine, was seized and is now being auctioned off on GovDeals with current bids around $80,000. In southern England, Ronaldo, a 6-foot Brazilian rainbow boa, previously identified as male, gave birth to 14 baby snakes without contact with other snakes. The phenomenon, known as parthenogenesis, involves asexual reproduction resulting in clones of the mother. This marks only the 3rd documented case for the snake species. At the Olympics, silver medalists often appear less happy than bronze medalists due to counterfactual thinking. A study analyzed facial expressions of Olympic athletes from 2000 to 2016, finding that bronze medalists seemed happier than silver medalists despite finishing lower. So what's up? Silver medalists often have higher expectations, leading to disappointment when they fall short of gold, while bronze medalists are satisfied with winning a medal.
Ready to give your child the education they really want? Then try unschooling your child at the Who Cares Learning Center.
My little Timmy hates school, right, buddy?
School stinks.
So the Who Cares Learning Center lets him learn the way he wants to.
They sure do, because who cares?
Your child will love the Who Cares Learning Center.
All right, Timmy, what's 2 times 4?
Who cares?
Very good. A+++++.
The Who Cares Learning Center.
Hey, Timmy, what'd you learn today?
Absolutely nothing, because who cares?
I sure don't, Timmy.
Enroll your child today.
Some bars and restaurants across the U.S. are implementing age restrictions to curb unruly behavior and appeal to older crowds. The recent controversy around Bliss, a Missouri restaurant limiting entry to women 30 and up and men 35 and up, sparked debate on businesses dictating their clientele. Bliss owner Marvin Pate drew inspiration from adults-only resorts in his restaurant's age policy. While some support the mature environment, others question the use of age as a maturity proxy. Businesses have the right to set guidelines as long as they're not discriminatory. At Melody Bar and Grill in Los Angeles, patrons must be at least 30 years or older on certain nights. In San Antonio, Texas, Bentley's on Broadway requires patrons to be 25 and older, while Horizons and More sets the limit at 30 and older. Industry experts doubt age-exclusive venues will become widespread. And here's more wacky but true. New Yorkers are flocking to a restaurant called Chelsea Living Room for a $50 mozzarella stick topped with caviar. I didn't say $50 mozzarella sticks, I said stick. The luxurious dish is part of a new trend where caviar is being added to various menu items across Manhattan. Police in the UK smashed a car window to rescue a dog from the heat, but once inside the car, they discovered the sleeping dog was a toy. In the UK, a man robbed a bank and got away with some money. Details on the getaway car were shared online, but apparently they were wrong. Police know this because on the same day as the bank robbery, a man walked into a police station to share that the car he used was green, not burgundy. In Hope Sound, Florida, a man discovered that a Wells Fargo bank branch was unlocked, so he popped across the street to a gas station to buy a mask and then allegedly entered the bank at around 7 p.m. That set off an alarm. By the time cops arrived, the man was gone. Because he was wearing a mask, they couldn't identify him. Except police did check security video at the gas station across the street, which revealed the man unmasked and in the process of buying one. Residents of a Connecticut neighborhood are dealing with a stinky situation after a manure truck rolled over, collided with a car, and spilled its odoriferous cargo. Ann Bredard, whose house is located at the intersection of Deerfield Road and Bremen Hollow Road in Pomfret, said she heard the sound of the crash and rushed to investigate. She discovered a manure truck had rolled over and struck her neighbor's car, causing it to spray manure on her yard, her neighbor's yard, and their homes. Nicholas Provost, co-owner of M. Provost Trucking, was on the scene with a team Wednesday to help clean up the spill. Pomfret Fire Department Chief Brett Sheldon said the cause of Tuesday evening's crash is still under investigation. He said the driver of the truck sustained only minor injuries. Okay, it's time to look at today's horrible scopes. If today is your birthday, you are a Cancer. They have a saying in Texas, kill a man and he's dead, teach a man to fight and he can kill stuff. Shame on me, shame on you. Although you may try to pass yourself off as a second-level wizard, your skills are so feeble I doubt you could open a book by only using your tongue. Can you be held responsible for everything you don't do? Who knows? Today might surprise you by quickly changing the color of the clouds, perhaps for up to 10 seconds. Leo, the sun doesn't wear a hat and it's probably not a good idea to play with it. Gambling with your possessions always seems like a good idea at the time. However, you should be aware that much of your meddling will eventually lead to a loss of limbs for someone. Having to stop today and go to sleep will seem like a prison sentence. Virgo, if you're terrified by the thought of someone being able to look into your mind, are you sure you should be here? Because that's what I'm doing right now. Hoping to find love in a chippy just shows how optimistic you are. You may think that starting afresh on Monday would be some sort of comfort, but it really won't be. Don't trust anyone today. Stay inside until today is all over and done with. Don't trust this horoscope either. Just don't, okay? Libra, shooting high into the air during a celebration may cause injury to you or those around you. Have you recently received some equipment for which there was a manual? Please give this manual a quick read as to avoid problems later. Try to avoid reading dusty old books that call themselves tomes, especially if they contain remarkably detailed information about the coming of the Antichrist. Scorpio, if you do a lot of good work, make people pay for it. Please keep your eyes on the exits. Everything you hear today will sound echoey and dull. A trip to the doctors might be necessary later next week. Sagittarius, kindling is always useful when lighting fires. However, metaphorical fires can be started using a baseball bat or a 2x4 plank. Chew the cud with some friends today. Their inane chatter may amuse you. One of the things you've always liked about life is how seemingly lucky you are. Expect big changes this week, you jammy wanker. Capricorn, although smiles can often be used as humorous ways to compare something that is banal to something that is funny, you are neither cunning nor weasel-like, and it would be best if you left the comedy to the comedians. Any joke you have to seriously think about today is not worth getting. The computer you are trying to access has forbidden you entry as it deems your horoscope too scary. Today is a day like any other. Try not to expect too much from this segment of 24 hours. Aquarius. Other people are not as crazy as you might make them out to be. Gloomy times lay ahead. Memory can often play tricks on people. Why not trick memory first by getting a lobotomy? Pisces. Baskets of eggs may cause problems for you today as you take on too much work. Speaking as a robotic horoscope monster, I can only wish you the best of luck when the revolution comes. Opening up to a close friend will probably be the worst thing you can do in your situation. Aries, I sense a feeling of delight in you. Express yourself in a non-flamboyant and unexciting way. Romantic evenings are much overrated. Instead of romance, think about mutated pigs. Today will be a day like any other. Taurus, you are ready for a fall this week after getting some good luck in recent past. Your words are to some like fingernails scratching on a blackboard. Almost everything you feel about life is unwarranted. You should feel almost the opposite about life at the moment and embrace your worst fears. IBM will never stop making fast computers. You're thinking of MFI. And finally, Gemini, Jesus will stalk you and kill your animals. You'll keep on fighting till the end. When gazing upon the face of a loved one, close your mouth and stop babbling on about how much you wish that restraining order had been quashed. You are important, at least as important as the discovery of the dock leaf when you were stung by a nettle as a child. And those are your official, world-famous DeWack in the Morning horoscopes. And remember,
don't leave home without 'em. Monday sucks. Monday sucks. It's Monday. It's Monday.
It's Zach DeWack in the morning.
And that does it. We're wrapping things up for the Monday show here. You've been listening to the Always First, Never Last podcast with me, your doomsday host, Mr. Zach Wackalina. Be sure to connect with me at ZachDeWack.com. That's ZACKDAWACK.com, or call 984-DeWack1. That's 984-329-2251. Like, subscribe, and please share this show with someone you love. Thank you for listening. I'm out of here like Vladimir. Until next time, and there will be a next time. Don't forget us, and we won't forget you. I'm Zach the Wack saying, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Grits ain't groceries, eggs ain't poultry, and Mona Lisa, she was a man. I'll be back Monday. Same whack time, same whack channel. Whack out.
And last night he called me and said, if you bring the batteries, I'll bring the things that go with them.
Lord, I knew something like this would happen.
Hi, Buckaroo.